Good morning. Wild turkey. Probably too early for breakfast. Here's the first bad news of the day. Maybe it'll be the worst news of the day. Water's not running, so it's backed up somewhere down there, maybe by beavers, but it should be a pretty nice day today. I've got spare socks, so got a couple trips to make the car, so I'm going to go check out the block, maybe get it pumping, come back, get the rest of my stuff, and get on with it. Well, here we are. This tarp hasn't been off of here for weeks and weeks now, so we'll see what is living underneath it. I don't see any sign of any walls collapsing or anything like that, so that's good. So I will get this pumping, get the rest of my equipment here. I've got to check paperwork and make sure it's wrapped up on 15, 16, which is there, 3, and that bottom section, which I'll probably do last. See, I have a lot of dirt to move back in. These don't look like big piles. But when it's one guy and a shovel, and that guy isn't 30 anymore, it's going to take some effort and some sweat. So we'll see if I can actually get to the point where I'm moving dirt today. I hope so. Down to the dregs of the water here. It's taken me the better part of an hour to get it out. I think that my plan is going to be to work from north to south. Clear unit 15 first, clean this back up. I've got a big roll of landscape fabric, so I can just make sure that level is done, take any final notes, cover that in, and then I could be starting to backfill that. And I'll deal with unit 3, and I'll deal with this last. My rationale is that I'm going to kill myself. If I save all the backfilling, then I just do that all day. So I'm going to try to alternate a little bit. So I'm down to the last bit of water here with my pump. Somebody hiding in the plastic. See a foot. What do we got there? Ooh, you're fat. Where are you? There you are. I'm guessing that's... I don't know my skinks, but I'm guessing that's a skink, and I'm guessing that the word lined is in his name. So... unless I have discovered a new skink, I'm going to guess it's the blah 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 lined skink, native to South Carolina. That's my bet. He's a fat one. That's the biggest one of those I've ever seen. He's probably down here enjoying his pool water that I'm taking away, but there will be more. Alright, so there's unit 15, just uncovered. It is undamaged. Looks like it, a little bit of moisture, water got underneath there, but no biggie. So I'm going to check the paperwork and see where we ended this, see what needs to be done. They had come down to the base of the second plow zone. That's where we found the Yadkin, right over in there. So I'll scrape this out, clean it up, put up new landscape fabric. These walls are still fine from unit 12. And so I'll protect all those walls. Then I can start to fill that in. Okay, so here is the unit 15 paperwork for that level. That was not the last day it was excavated. So we're missing a few details. The FS numbers, which I will get from the log. The excavator should have put those on as they were mapping, but sometimes details get forgotten, such as the point of a field school. So I need to fill that in. Have to wait till I get back because I've put those FS pages in the lab. No reason to bring them out in the field and risk having them get blown away or wet or anything else. So I need to do some ending depths, map in anything of interest after I get it cleaned up, and do the sediment descriptions. And then that will be it for that. I believe we were at the end. So that should be an easy one. Okay, done cleaning the floor. It's a quick scrape of Unit 15. This is about a B or a B minus scrape job, but in the interest of time, it is what it is. You can see all my trowel chatter marks and stuff like that, and there's a lot of roots. But whatever. There's not a whole heck of a lot to see here. I'm going to end it here, even though they're still up in the second plow zone a little bit in some places. Again, interest of time. There's a piece of pottery right there that I'll probably collect and piece plot. And there's a possible feature over here. See if I can kind of point it out a little bit. It's just a dark spot. It goes into the wall, of course. And there's some flecks of charcoal. You know, it could be an old root or tree disturbance, or could be a cultural feature, could be part of a burrow, don't know. You can see this live, or what was a live root coming out of there. You can follow the path of that across the floor of the unit over to this tree. There's a bunch of nasty rooty stuff right there that's hard to clean up. But anyway, that's what roots do. They mix and they leave marks and all that sort of stuff. So I will draw in that feature, probably collect that sherd, and then put down landscape fabric, overlap it with Unit 12, and screen all this dirt, give it its own FS from bottom of Zone 2 floor scrape. And I'm not going to bother to profile these walls. We have tons of profiles of the upper part, and they're still going to be fine for when we come back, so we're not going to lose anything by not profiling those this time around. So that's my plan. So hopefully in a half hour I'll be sweating and putting some dirt back in this. And then I'll start to feel like things are really getting wrapped up. Okay, Unit 15 is buttoned up, ready to be filled. So this is a large volume of dirt. All that came out, and plus some of it is over there, just to get these two units filled in. So I think I'm going to do that for a while, until I run out of energy, and then I'll switch gears to something else. Okay, that is Unit 15, and part of 12 mostly filled up. It'll subside a little bit, so I'll dump some more dirt on the top. So I think my next step here, it's a beautiful day, it's wearing me out though, but could be worse, could be in the 90s by now. Anyway, I'm going to check the paperwork on Unit 3, see where they were, see what else is left to do here before I can close that one up. I can line these walls and start filling in this and that dirt pile, and also that dirt obviously has got to go back in too. Start with the closer stuff though. Anyway, see how far I get with 3. So this is what Unit 3 is looking like. The target was 90 centimeters below datum, and we're at 89, 89, 89, and 87 or 88 in this corner. So I'm going to plot and remove the 4 things that are there, scrape it down the last centimeter or so, and then do soils and cover it back up, protect the walls, and then that can start to be backfilled also. So maybe I'll get to throwing some dirt in the hole there today, and that's not bad. And I have 16 to deal with, and I'm not sure anything will really need to be done down there other than just refresh my memory on where it stopped, because I'm not gonna, there's so much material, it's probably best to just leave it as it is, but I'll still need to protect everything, fill the rest of this in. And my memory is that 16 was very close to being down. So anyway, fry that fish when we get to it. We'll do this one first. Okay, it's I don't know, 3:30, 4 o'clock. That's going to be it for level 5 of Unit 3. It's a biggish kind of piece of FCR. I'm going to leave it in the floor. It's kind of below depth there. And that flake right there popped out, but I put it back in because I think it's also below 90. My sensor there is giving me fits. I'm not sure what's up. Changed the battery, it seemed to work better, and then it keeps cutting out. If it wasn't littering, I probably would have smashed it and thrown it in the woods already. But anyway, I'm going to take care of the notes for this, get my ending depths, and put the landscape fabric up, and hopefully throw a few shovelfuls of dirt in there before I'm out of energy for the day. I cut into the wall, it'd be the north wall of unit 3, 4, 5, unit 5. Just a bit, because I thought there was going to be landscape fabric there, where there isn't part of it. There is not. I'm actually going to double check that again, because how is it down farther? Oh, that's because that was where that feature was. That's why. That feature was somewhat visible on the other side here as a stained area. I just decided I didn't have time to deal with it, so I took it out and screened it with the rest of the level. Nothing interesting or different came out there. We're definitely in the woodland. Over here at 100 centimeters below datum was where we got the first MAC point, so that's terminal archaic. So we're still 10 above that, so we're in the woodland somewhere in here. The material seems to start picking up, but it is time to put this unit to bed for the year. So say goodbye to Unit 3. Bye-bye, Unit 3. Okay, that is it for me for the day. I'm out of gas and out of time, so Unit 15 is filled, Unit 12 partially filled, Unit 3 partially filled. So next time I come back, I'll deal with what's down there, and by deal with I mean probably just look at it, take some notes, and then cover it back up. There's far too much material for me to deal with on my own, and also deal with Unit 16. And then the only thing left after that, after filling in the hole, is getting the equipment out of here, which my Camry is not going to cut it, so I will have to get a truck. It'll probably take me 2 loads. Anyway, nice day today. Could have been a whole lot worse, but there is more to come, so stay tuned.